All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons. Off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. A first down throw for Mariota. Underneath, this is Bernard. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it a second down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Elliott. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Falcons. Tyreek Hill, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons have taken the early lead.
Partner, one of the cardinal rules of defense is that if you're in position to make a tackle, you need to make it.
Well, and if you can't make the tackle before that, you just got to knock that ball down, right?
Yeah, something has to happen because we saw the end result there. Missed tackle, he goes all the way and takes it for a touchdown.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. First down, Mariota. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. It's complete to his tight end, Charles Clay. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route, it's extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
To throw, Mariota. Flushed out right, and he gets it down to the 32. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Second down, Mariota. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. From the gun, Mariota. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
And they'll go on the ground. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers steel curtain. They would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the steel curtain was playing. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days you're going to think that you were.
He's going to fire one deep over the... He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Swearinger. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. The drive starts with a handoff to Bernard. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Third and long here for Mariota. Trying to squeeze it into Edelman, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Falcons grab it. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through it, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is going to be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing again. Elliott. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's taken down inside the 30. First catch there for Evans. Good enough for a 1st down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
On 1st down, Elliott. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And Hill running right through it. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Aaron Donald in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Elliott. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Mike Evans with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Carolina getting set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it? It
certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Mariota now on 2nd down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Throwing on 1st down. Elliott. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
On 1st and 10, Elliott looking for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown of this first half. A 2nd one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll get this down to the 10. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Back to throw. Elliott, that's out to Hill, right side complete. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. From the gun, Elliott. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Elliott. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down. And Lambeau will put this one through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Taron Johnson made the stop.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Throwing is Mariota. And some room to roam now. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Elliott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Mike Evans with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work mark, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Mariota to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. He drops it off for Bernard. Still going. They can't stop him. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Mariota now to throw on first down. And that's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They go play action. Mariota. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
On first down, Elliott. Evans has it left side. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
Back to throw. Elliott trying to lay one up deep. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to third down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. The Falcons on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
Ohio! Ohio!
waiting from the gun. Elliott airing this one out for Evans. This is intercepted. Picked off by DJ Swearinger. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Following the interception here, Mariota is going to let this one go deep. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. On second down, Mariota again. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up. The Panthers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Mariota. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Mariota now just 6 of 16 through the air, but he does have a 1st and 10 here. Again, it's Mariota. It's complete to Golden Tate. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This from 54 yards away. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Whoosh.
Still going. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Right back to him on first down. And he's got room. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, Drake. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They go play action here on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. From the gun, Elliott. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, boys, we got 4 down. Flex round! Flex round! Ohio!
Looking to throw. Elliott. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Four down. Alert. He's coming. Double up. He's coming, double up.
They'll begin here with Bernard. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Hey, 4 down. One.
Here's Mariota. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
Throwing, Mariota. And that is incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that.
It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 59 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
He's to the 10, and finally taken down at the 4-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person that's on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching, and there was another first down run right there.
And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. And they'll run it here. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Now, that was a good job by the defense swarming to the football. And you know it's no cinch that you're going to be able to get the ball into the end zone against them. They're number 2 against the run. So what's an offensive coordinator to do? Check your playlist.
Over the middle to Evans. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Back to throw. Elliott under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Randy Gregory coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. And Lambeau will put this one through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Getting set to take the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
They'll start on the ground here with Bernard. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Panthers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And Tate's got it. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Second down, Mariota. Underneath, this is Bernard. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Carry for Bernard. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it is incomplete. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw on 2nd down. Elliott, open man is Hill. He's got it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. On the stop was Aaron Donald. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The Falcons on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Ohio!
Operating from the gun. Elliott. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Randy Gregory in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Now here's Michael Dixon as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the number 1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Bernard. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. The Panthers on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Mariota. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. They have gone to the fourth quarter, by the way, in that game in Cleveland. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they hold on, it would be win number 10 for them on the year. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Off the play fake, Mariota. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Mariota now. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. To throw is Mariota. Now a desperation throw deep down. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
We got 4. We got 4.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, That rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for the Falcons, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks.